I never imagined my quiet suburban life could shatter with a single knock at dawn. It was that soft, insistent rap on the door that yanked me from the haze of early morning. The sky was still a muted gray, the world barely awake. My wife, Emily, was upstairs, lost in sleep, while our 5-year-old twins, Jack and Lily, dreamed innocently in their beds. Our home was our fortress until that moment. I shuffled downstairs in my bare feet, expecting maybe an early delivery. Instead, two strangers stood on the porch, a woman with a clipboard and weary eyes, flanked by a man in a rumpled suit. Behind them, an unmarked car and a police cruiser idled at the curb, lights off but ominous. "David Thompson?" the woman asked flatly, flashing a badge. "I'm MS. Whitaker from Child Protective Services. This is Officer Hayes. We have an emergency court order to take temporary custody of your children, Jack and Lily Thompson." The words hit like a gut punch. My heart froze. Take my kids? For what? I was a family law attorney. I'd seen this nightmare unfold for clients, but never in my own home. Endangerment. I stammered, my voice cracking. What endangerment? My kids are safe. They're asleep upstairs. Officer Hayes rested his hand near his belt, calm but firm. "Sir, we have the order. Please don't make this harder." Emily appeared at the stairs then, robe clutched tight, her face draining of color as she grasped the horror. "David, what's happening?" she whispered, terror in her eyes. The petition came from a concerned neighbor, Susan Hargrove, our HOA president. Susan, the tyrant of trivial rules, who nitpicked grass lengths and trash bin placements. It all traced back to last week's spat over the twins' sidewalk chalk drawings. She'd stormed over, calling their colorful scribbles graffiti and unapproved modifications. I'd laughed it off, told her to get a life and leave my kids alone. Her parting words, "You'll regret mocking our standards, Mr. Thompson. I'll insure it," now echoed like a curse. We'd moved here 2 years ago, escaping the city's grind. After a decade as a cutthroat lawyer, I'd burned out on ugly custody battles. Emily and I craved normalcy, a backyard for the kids, friendly waves from neighbors. This subdivision seemed idyllic: neat lawns, a pool. But Susan ruled it like a dictator. Our first encounter? She berated our moving truck for lingering too long. From there, endless complaints. Hose not coiled right, playhouse too vibrant. My neighbor Mike, a laid-back guy obsessed with his yard, had warned me. "Just nod and smile, Dave. Fighting Susan's like mud wrestling, a pig, she thrives on it." He'd shared tales, finding a family over a grating dog bark, forcing an elderly man to repaint his door a duller brown. Mike paid her petty fines, chuckling at her absurdity. But I wasn't built that way. I ignored her notices, trashed her letters, until the chalk incident escalated everything. Now, staring at the petition, rage boiled inside me. It was a tapestry of lies. Kids left unsupervised, twisting Jack's minor bike scrape while I was feet away, unsanitary conditions, a post-party trash overflow, drowning risks, our tiny inflatable pool. Photos attached grainy, manipulative. One showed Jack near the street, unattended. But the shadows didn't match, edges too crisp. Photoshopped. Fabricated evidencia felony. Emily herded the twins upstairs with cartoons blaring, shielding them from the chaos. I dove in, lawyer mode activated. First, I called Mike. "She called CPS on you?" "That witch." He sent a video he'd filmed of the chalk fight, me laughing, kids giggling, Susan the aggressor. Gold. Security footage revealed more. Susan at our property line with a man, gesturing toward the woods behind our house. Suspicious. Digging into county records, the truth exploded. Susan had petitioned for years to rezone that green space for a private park, tennis courts, fences. Denied repeatedly. Her latest plan needed a 20-foot easement through my yard for access. Without it, dead. She couldn't buy it legally, so she weaponized CPS to force us out: chaos, legal fees, maybe a forced sale. She'd buy cheap, claim her prize. But was this her first rodeo? I phoned my old partner, Chris. He unearthed dirt. Years back, Susan targeted a cafe owner, Robert Ellis, whose lot she coveted. Anonymous complaints buried him: health violations, zoning nitpicks until bankruptcy. She scooped the property via a shell company. Ellis confirmed, she's a viper. Finds weaknesses, strikes relentlessly. Uses concerned citizens, bribes, manipulation. Then, our nanny Elena dropped the bomb. She'd noticed Susan cozying up to neighborhood kid Tommy, offering candy. Uncomfortable, Elena recorded a park chat, headphones on. Phone filming discreetly. The audio? Chilling. Susan coaching Tommy. Does Mr. Thompson yell? Leave you kids alone? He's bad, isn't he? Say it to the nice lady, and I'll buy you that truck. Witness tampering. Bribing a child. Monstrous. Heart pounding, I faced a moral cliff. Run? Sell and flee? Emily suggested it, fear etching her face. Is fighting worth risking the kids? Tempting. But no. Running top bullies win. Susan's greed for a damn tennis court nearly ripped my family apart. What if she targeted others? I wouldn't let her poison linger. The hearing loomed, a sterile courtroom thick with tension. Susan sat smug in her suit, CPS lawyer reciting her venom. Neglect, aggression, those doctored photos. Judge Reynolds frowned at the evidence. My turn. I rose, voice steel. Your Honor, this is fraud. Fabricated photo, see the shadows. I dissected it, played Mike's video debunking her screaming claim. Then the motive, land records, her park dream, my easement the key. Gasps rippled. Finally, Elena's video. Susan's syrupy manipulation filled the air, bribing Tommy to lie. The room iced over. Susan paled, shrinking. Judge Reynolds erupted. In 20 years, I've never seen such despicable abuse of justice. Perjury, tampering, you exploited a child. He slammed the gavel. Petition dismissed. Susan arrested on the spot, charges flying. False report, evidence fabrication. We walked free, Emily's sobs of relief soaking my shoulder. Home, the twins tackled us, oblivious and joyful. Across the street, cops hauled Susan away in cuffs, neighbors gawking. Mike toasted silently. Justice? Not revenge, but exposure. Yet it sparked fury. How could CPS act on lies? HOAs wield unchecked power? Susan's arrest divided the block. Some cheered. Others whispered, overreach. My family's intact, but the scar? It questions everything about trust, neighbors, and a system ripe for exploitation. In suburbia, the real danger lurks next door.